Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pathologic. Um, we don't know what the main quest is, and it's halfway through the day. So, I got a little bit of reality showing. Oh boy. Closer. There we go. Much better. Okay. Yeah. We don't know where we are, or what the plan is, or where Rubin is. He's the town doctor. He's the only person who's fought this disease before, and he might be dead. So we're gonna wander, talk to noted smart people, anyone we haven't talked to already. Hello, Propane Panda. Welcome. Glad you're here. We're going to talk to any important people we haven't talked to already. Laura is supposed to be setting up a shelter. The Stomatins, we were supposed to leave, but they never showed up. Maybe I could talk to them about that. Yulia, super smart chick, and has been in the town longer than me. Maybe she knows where Rubin might hide. Aspity wasn't giving me nothing. I don't think she likes me. I can't tell if she is talking in riddles because she's crazy or because she doesn't want to help me and just likes making me mad. Oh, it's definitely one of those two, though. So, all right, let's get in. There we go. My last save, 11:49. There we are. There's our beautiful boy. I just told the Canes I found the stolen, mutilated body that I could not confirm was Simon because it was too mutilated. 6 bottles of water. Gotta turn around. I don't know what this is. That's weird. There's Lara's place, and then Yulia's up there. So I think those are gonna be my first stops. So we're gonna go to Lara's, and then we're gonna go to Yulia's, and we'll just see what's going on. But you may remember we killed some escaped meat workers because we walked in on them with a stolen, mutilated body, and they didn't say anything. They just tried to punch me to death. So shot them, told the Canes where the body was, said we didn't know if it's your boy, but it's definitely there, and they definitely are the ones who stole the body, so we got paid. So I guess that's something. We're not gonna starve. Not today. But other than that, we know the body was taken out of Rubin's place, and he's supposed to be doing the autopsy on Simon Kane to help develop any information on the sand pest. Also, since I've got some food and some ammo at this point, I just got a letter. It hit noon and Rubin sent me a letter. We need to plan the battle in advance. The battle being the task that lies ahead of us. Thank you, Propane Panda, for those 100 bits. I will not give up without a fight. Even if everyone else has to come to terms with their own mortality, we need to join our forces, Bachelor, and combine our diverse skills. That I agree with. I'm glad he's on board with the plan of fighting the disease, because yesterday he was having a panic attack about it. Our enemy is invisible, ubiquitous, dissolved into the very things we will need to purify. The enemy seems invulnerable, but it is not imperceptible, and whatever terror it instills in us is explained simply by our lack of knowledge. If we are to destroy the enemy, we need to study it first. For this, we need to capture it. This is our first and foremost priority. You have Simon's body. Please forgive my reiteration of self-evident things like these. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm sitting here like, we're covering this ground already. My only reason for spelling it all out is to better understand it myself. Oh, okay, so this is his coping mechanism. Got it. He's restating the last 2 days so that he stops having a panic attack. Fair enough. Cool detail. Our goals are not quite the same. I strive to save as many lives as possible, whereas your purpose is to put an end to the outbreak. Okay, interesting. Division of labor. I don't know that we discussed that, but it seems fair. He knows the local customs and the local people. He'll focus on treatment. I'll focus on research. Down for that. I've been told of your abiding desire to uncover the truth. I will gladly help you with that if you will help me achieve my goal. Together we can eradicate the disease and save everything that might still be saved to stop Rubin. P.S. You will find me at my secret prosectorium in the warehouses district. The map is on the reverse of this letter. Still not a quest, though. Okay. This is where he is. I was pretty sure this was the place that was broken into. Right, okay, an RSD. I mean, there's a... If I don't do the main quest for day 3, then at the end of the day, one of my bound will get sick, which... Actually, while we're... That is... The 3 Canes, Georgie, Victor, and Maria, although not the youngest Cane who's in charge at the Polyhedron, which is interesting. The Stamatin brothers, Ava Yan, and Mark Immortel, the theater owner. If I don't figure out what the main quest is and then do that main quest successfully, one of them will get sick, and if they're sick or dead, they might just die. I don't know. If I don't do that by the end of the day, and one of them gets sick or dies, and one of them is sick or dead by the end, I get the bad ending. So we're gonna not let that happen. Hello, 4-year-old. Do you have any morphine? You have a schmouter! That is a Pog champ. You can take a bunch of stuff. Perfect. Gave her a bunch of nuts and a flower, and she gave me a literal cure for the plague. Thanks! Propane Panda, I think the thing about the economy that I love the most is that at some point, it's not even weird. It just makes sense. It's just, do you have a shmup? I don't have enough for another one, but... Oh, okay. Like, at some point, like, it's all explained. I'm just... Like, I completely understand that it is total nonsense. And yet... I feel like, yeah, the little children here have all the drugs. Yep. That's just the truth. Check the trash can. Okay, now we're good. I get so integrated into the culture. I'm like, yeah, why would a grown woman have ammunition? That doesn't make any sense. Grown women have clothing. Obviously. Keep it busy.
What?
Okay, alright, don't be sure. You called me. Don't be angry at me. Dear colleague, by some happy coincidence, I managed to get my hands on a certain vessel that I believe can recover the pathogen from. Which means we are now all set to research the vaccine. But odd as it may sound, I'd rather avoid tapping into that resource I mentioned, unless I absolutely have to. I'd rather examine the samples that could be procured from the dead tissue. Okay, so he wants to get a sample of the disease from a corpse. Real curious about the vessel you do have. Presumably a current sick person. Don't you have Simon's body? Where is Simon, colleague? I keep him at an ice cellar not far from here. Why don't you give the body back to the Canes? Because I'm not done with it yet. Besides, I'm all alone here. The moment I had an opportunity to send a message outside, I used it to bring you here. Your presence is more important than other considerations right now. Would you kindly hear what my request is? Sure, yeah, what do you want? I'm going to ask you to bring a sample or two from one of the infected quarters. Be doubly careful, though, and make sure to get the dissection fully cleared with one of the rulers. Else the risk would be twice as high as need be. I'd go myself, but there are reasons that make it impossible for me to leave Simon's body unattended. Okay, fair. It's not so difficult as it is, but to take samples, I need syringes, sterile containers, ice packs, and I see none of those here. As they searched for Isidore's killer, these savages wrought havoc on what laboratory equipment we had, and after the rumors of your discovery reached the townsfolk, most medicaments and reagents were stolen. Regrettably, I was unable to control it. Oh, that's why they raided the place. Okay, so his laboratory was raided because people wanted medicine because they know a plague is coming. That all connects. Okay, sure. I really don't care about tracking down the looters. That is small potatoes. I mean, the medicine matters, but this makes further work impossible. Pay a visit to Governor Savarov. I wouldn't go to Vlad if I were you. He's too resourceful and too inclined to drag you into his schemes. The Canes are also out of the question, as anything that leads Georgie to me would likely result in Simon's body being removed, and I still have a lot of work to do. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Savarov has full powers, so, like, knives, needles, whatever. Hey, that's today's quest. We got it. We got it. Need to perform an autopsy on somebody who has already succumbed to the sand pest. Okay, we need Sabarov's permission to autopsy. Okay. That is on the way to the infected district anyway, so yeah. We'll get to see an infected district for the first time. That'll be fun. Yeah. It's a good, crisp Coca-Cola. I don't know that I spent a lot of time here. I'm going to cross the river. I think I'm more likely to find trash cans I haven't already emptied on this side on my way up. I should check if I can find a clothing store. If I can find a clothing store on my way over. Check these. Before I start walking into a plague-ridden house. If I could get, you know, a face mask, a cloak, something. That'd be nice. It's medicine. I have some immunity boosters, I think. I think I do. Yeah, I got a bunch of immunity boosters. And 2 schmouters. I'm rolling it over here. Gosh, that's more food. I'm worried about my risk of catching the plague. Did I go too far? No, not quite. He's over here. O'clock. Do you think his crazy, drugged out psychic wife has anything to say about this? Well, hello, Clara.
See? I'm not trying to interfere with your work. Each of us has their own way.
I shall see to it that the people of Gobor's Taglor, who will of necessity have to surrender their lives to me, will not have given them in vain. The new generation will not include mortal enemies. The new world will be built on universal love and concord. Yep, that is our first time talking to Clara. The hell are you talking about? Like, I need you to define people, necessity, surrender, vain, lives, new generation, enemies, world. I need you to define your use of all of those words. So that's how you talk now. Doesn't sound like your own words, though. You spent. Don't repeat things she said. She's whacked out on morphine.
Shh. Did you hear that?
You're a lucky person, Bachelor Dankovsky. Well, I'm most certainly not. Can I help you? Any updates on what's in store for me today? None. My visions were very different today. No Bachelor there. We don't trust my dreams anyway. I mean, that's true, but that's weird. What did you see? There's one more outsider competing with you. Like you, he's trying to wriggle his way inside the dead. He'll be interfered with and most likely killed. He'd do better than you, but I doubt that would bring us relief. He may very well destroy your purpose, the sole thing you were born for. Ooh. Young Burak. Isildur's son is now looking for an answer to his father's riddle. Searching inside the dead is a viable attempt, but the path he's taken is perilous. He will inevitably make a mistake. Both mistresses would have concurred. Okay. So Artemia is looking into the murder of his father, according to the psychic drug addict. According to the psychic drug addict's dream. Who is now spending entirely too much time with the, 16-year-old girl. Why is this path perilous? A body is a riddle. Only a butcher knows how to disjoint the wholeness of a bull carcass. There are but a few people in the kin who can dissect a man. The Wardens, whose families have been keeping this right for many generations. Isildur Burak was one of them. His knife pierced many a body, and always with great success. Okay, I don't need an autopsy. I need to extract a blood sample. Dissecting the dead is taboo. It's not a rule, but rather a custom when its meaning long forgotten. Some people on Earth still preserve the memory of the terrible nature of this knowledge. Unluckily for you, the majority of the Patrol Guard volunteers are steppe people. You mean the Patrol wouldn't just be passive, but would rather actively try to murder me for doing our common job? In that case, how are they helpful at all? Who can I rely on? What are the cops even good for? The few people whose fates are now bound to yours will always be there to help you. Your fame is getting greater and greater by the day. They'll be eager to give you anything you might need and offer their advice. They won't help me work with dead tissue. So examine the dead bodies at your own risk. If you're spotted, just do your best and flee the scene before you're attacked. Find the clothes that would hide your identity. Although I'm in no position to give such advice, I haven't been outside for a long time. I'm all about what's inside. Okay, thank you. She gave me a piece of drapery to open doors with.
Shh. Did you hear that?
Alright, creepy. I'm leaving. You like the spider art? Come on. Yo, Governor.
Is there really no way to cure the disease?
We're working on it. Cool. I need to work with dead bodies. I was told this work demands your sanction. Is that true? I regret to say that no one can help you here. Local superstition prohibits any violation of a body's integrity. Add a cult of the dead on top. If they see you dissecting a corpse, they might tear you to pieces. It has already happened once. Okay. Yep, it's essential to my work. I understand, but there's nothing I can do. Let us pretend this conversation never happened. You might want to turn to your new acquaintances. As far as I can judge, they are ready to do anything you ask. I'd rather turn to someone educated. This difficulty could be resolved by some rather sinister people. I'm talking about butchers. Butchers, rather obviously, have no qualms about cutting bodies. Tradition gives them a hereditary right to perform this sacred act. I've had the pleasure of meeting one of them, and he was a fugitive criminal. Of course, Olgimsky had them locked up after another of their strikes. However, it is said that on the eve of the blockade, a group of butchers did not make it back to the termitary on time. Someone is hiding them. There is a house here in Earth whose dwellers know who it is. Take a chance. Okay, well, Aspity was hiding one butcher before. Maybe he's still there. Yep. Okay, that's Aspity's. Yep. Uh-huh. Cool. That's the infected district. We're not going there yet. Alright, I need somebody to cut a body to get me a blood sample, and if literally anyone sees me do it, they will beat me to death. So... I would still like protective clothing. I guess this is a store I haven't checked. So going to get lost. It's just not going to stop raining the whole time here, is it? Whose house is this? It's Anna Angel's house. That is not useful. To me at the moment, at least. Okay, so here in this trash can, nice, and then through here, and then there's an opening in the fence. Cool, we're doing it. This way. Hey, Aspity, I need a butcher. I swear I'm not here to arrest them. This time.
We frequently do good to enable us with impunity to do evil.
I'm gonna go through the disease conversation real quick.
Is it
that I have
really
talked
that
to her
deadly?
on this
Yes,
site.
it is.
Are you done? This is my show. Okay. You were concealing runaway butchers in this very house, Aspity. Well, crucify me. What's this about? Running more errands for the Olginskis? No, it is not. This time I've come of my own accord. I need your help. Well, I gotta hear that. Why on earth would the wise serpent seek anyone's help? Why? Okay, why my snake? Why? I need the tissue of a sand plague victim. You can only find dead victims in the infected houses. Since you appear to be alive, you have never entered a single one of them. You will have 5 to 10 minutes if you do, then the infection strikes, with the expected results. Jesus, Daniil, what? You don't... Honestly, gun to her head, I don't think she would help. Perhaps you could find a single runaway that would agree to help? What would he want in return? Perhaps I could find a lot of runaways that would agree to help if only I ask them to. And the same me will ask you for a favor then. Will you do me one? I already owe you one, sure. What do you want? You're influential with Olgimsky. Use that influence. Tell him to stop persecuting the runaways. It's no longer a revenge situation, but he's still all too eager. Takes the guy quite some time to calm down, huh? Anyway, if he swears to leave alone the butchers that are now outside the termitary, I'll talk 3 runaways into risking their lives. It's not like they have anything to lose anyway. Yeah, okay, sure. I kind of want him to stop tracking down the butchers, too. Like, this kind of busy work is obnoxious, so if I could have a reason to tell him, no, I'm not going to do more Pinkerton work, that works for me. I'm going to check this shop real quick, and then head over to Big Vlad. That is food. Don't need food. Okay. Oh. I know it's not even 2 in the afternoon. I've still got over 10 hours, but not getting this quest started till... wait, what? That's not the Broken Heart Club? Okay, just a repeat building? Alright. Not getting this main quest started till afternoon has got me very worried. I feel like time has moved on. That should be 2 o'clock. I feel like my gathering has been pretty good today. Go this way. I'm carrying a lot of water bottles right now. I could be exchanging those for healing items, but I've got a bunch of those too. So I think I'm gonna just hold on to the water bottles for now. Maybe exchange them for something else later. Oh, I'm sorry, you're
I feel
Capella.
a current in my veins.
Would you like me to reveal the secrets of a miraculous remedy for the sand plague? It's dangerous, mind you. Yeah, sure. This is Victoria Olginskaya, also known as Capella. All the kids came to her. She is Big Vlad's daughter. Just on the wrong side of the house. Have you ever seen antique boxes with chalky or bluish powder inside? It's already fossilized in some of them. Have you already heard of the powders dubbed schmouters sometimes? I've heard bits and pieces. All over the place. Some are stored in caches in the houses where the children used to play infirmary. The powders were lethally dangerous, you see. If anyone was to take that much drugs, it would damage their health horribly, but the children beg to differ, like they always do. They helped once, so what if they do so again, is the line of reasoning. What do you think? Some of them undoubtedly help. They poison the body, true, but they also poison the sand dirt out. I have no idea how it works. Perhaps there are antibiotics in the mixture. Others are indeed lethal, and every one of them is extremely detrimental to your health. The thing is, the kids were recently reminded of one of the caches. They pried it open, and now they cannot wait to test the acquired powders in an infected district. Loafer, Beaker's younger brother, has already gone to do the testing, the fool. Where? To the Silent House, I believe. It's where the infection began to spread from in the first place. That's where we found the sick women that I had to dodge away from. They were feverish and blind. Besides, it's connected to this terrible man-eater story. Children are always attracted to horror stories. All in all, I think you can stop them. If you ban the game, they'll listen to you. You're a celebrity doctor, after all. So they'll have a whole cache of these powders. Probably only taken a few, but they know the places, so they'll continue getting more and getting poisoned again and again. It's a lottery. No one can remember which powder is which, what the recipe was. It's a be cured or die situation. Okay. We'll drag Loafer out of this. I didn't know that was a thing. I just got a side quest. I've always been a celebrity. I am the famous Daniil Dankovsky, famed thanatologist. So we can find this kid, Loafer. He should have schmouters. He is in the infected district, though. But extra schmouter sounds great. F5? F5 is quick save. Okay.
This girl is dangerous. Very dangerous. No one can resist her.
I'd like to offer you a bargain. It has to do with your fugitives. Will come now to my mind, there's nothing to discuss here. However, a good bargain always catches my attention, so... Jesus, Daniel? No, okay. I want you to stop pursuing them. What do you want in return? What's in it for me? I have my own job to do and I need these people. As for now, sadly, I cannot disclose to you as to why. What am I willing to offer? What do you want? A payment for the butchers. It's the unique resource I own, the one you'll never reach. What? He wants my influence with the Canes. I'll cease to pursue the butchers if Georgie ceases to pursue young Barack. He isn't guilty. He has an airtight alibi against all charges, which I am willing to confirm. Let them leave him alone. Agreed? I mean, actually, yeah, I do agree. If he's investigating his own father's murder, he didn't kill him. Yeah. If you're vouching for him, I'll inform the Canes as soon as I have a chance. Indeed. And I'd rather you convinced Rubin that young Barack has nothing to do with it. Isidor's tragic death. The thick-headed Rubin is the last one who still needs convincing anyway. Boy might be labeled a patricide, as if he hasn't had enough. You do see Rubin from time to time, I know that. Okay, yeah. I'll tell Rubin. I haven't finished yet. Okay, it's a 3-part favor. Fine. Apart from that, I wish they stopped torturing me about the termitary. I'm tired of repeating that it's clean. That's why it was closed in the first place. I mean... that's kind of what I was working on anyway by going to the polyhedron. I don't... Alright. Termitary history. Rubin... No, not Rubin. Vlad the Younger finds out that Simon Kane and Isidor Barack were out in the steppe, and they think they saw early signs of a plague. They talked about it. And so young Vlad told Big Vlad that the workers were getting ready to riot so that Vlad would shut down the termitary. The Canes want to know what's going on in the termitary to keep Vlad honest about how he's treating his workers. but young Vlad said, hey, if the Termitary is locked down, and it's been locked down longer than the polyhedron, then there's no plague in there, and we want to keep it that way. If we open the Termitary, there's a chance the plague gets in, and like a third of the town's population is in there. So we don't want to do that. And since the polyhedron's been locked down with all the children in it, young Vlad suggested if the polyhedron is clean, then the Termitary is clean. I don't think all of that adds up. It's definitely not why they shut down the Termitary. They shut down the Termitary because they thought there was going to be rioting. And given the way he's hunting the workers in the street, they're probably correct about that. Okay, so, like, I agree with this first statement here, that my opinion on what's inside the Termitary does not match up with what Vlad is saying. But both Vlads say it's clean. I can't confirm that. And it's been locked down, and I really want to stop chasing butchers around. So you know what? You just suggested an excellent idea to me. How about this? You stop the persecution, and I'll kindly spare the Canes my opinion on what's inside the Termitary. For goodness sake, if you put it like this, yes, certainly, certainly. I was going to, as well. It's no matter now. Now that the Skinners is infected, just like the crude sprawl before it, you have my word as a merchant. The thing is, I know you as a man of honor. Damn it. Right. Uh-huh. I'm glad we have an agreement. The word of a merchant provides a reliable assurance. Volgimsky has become strangely pliable. He's mostly troubled by the Termitary. It's become a kind of Achilles' heel to him. He asked me to solicit it for young Barak as he stands accused before the Canes. Alright. So, I tell the Canes to leave the Termitary alone. And Vlad will stop hunting the butchers. And if the butchers aren't being hunted, Aspity will tell me where some of the butchers are. No, sorry. Aspity will ask some of the butchers to collect samples for me, because according to her, they'll do it if she asks, regardless of what I want. Freaking 5 steps all the way across town. I think I've got it straight. I feel like Big Vlad was disappointed that I agreed with him. Like, he's asked me to give my word on his Termitary sight unseen, and I said, you know what, fine. And he's, like, disappointed that I didn't uphold my honor. I don't know what he wants. You're a different kind of woman. Hello? Oh, okay. You're not a useful kind of woman. Fair enough. That is a clothing store. Let me pop in real quick. Got any cloaks or face masks? I've got gloves. More gloves. That's it. You've got disposable gloves and sewing needles. Okay. Georgie, leave Vlad alone. I'm trying to do some work here. Okay, I have a favor to ask of you, Judge. I'm indebted to you, dear doctor. Speak. I'll be happy to grant any request that is within my power to fulfill. It has to do with Isidore Barak's son. Yes, I know the man, but only by what the others have to say about him. Regrettably, I've yet to meet him personally. He was one of the main suspects in Simon's murder. He also hasn't cleared himself, not to my judgment anyway, of the charge of murdering his own father. Now he is the main suspect in the theft of my brother's body. I hope you're not going to solicit forgiveness on his behalf. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. It's one of the few requests that I'm not prepared to meet. Well, you just said, homie. If anyone other than you were asking, but I believe without a shadow of doubt that you are acting in good faith and with the most noble intentions. Mostly. Yeah, okay, here we go. Vlad vouches for him and is prepared to be a witness for him on all the charges you've brought against him. So it was Ogimski who asked you to intervene. Don't trust him, Doctor. Don't trust... I don't. Ogimski has many qualities worthy of respect, but being honorable is not one of them. His honor ends where his avarice begins. If he is prepared to vouch for something, it's a clear indication that he is going to profit from it. He can make money. That's fine. I don't care. Should I tell Victor too while I'm here? Might as well pop in to see if he cares. Quest didn't update, which is weird, but... Victor! We both have the same painting.
That does it. I'm gonna break soon.
Okay, he doesn't care. Cool. I'll check Maria since she's here. I don't think Maria cares. But I'll let her know, hey, the Haruspex is fine. Don't hunt him. And then I guess I gotta tell Rubin.
Changeling met Andre.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, to the warehouse district to tell Rubin to stop worrying about Artemi. God, all this running back and forth. At least I've got till midnight to get my samples. Let's put the other in. I want that. Hey kid, you got any schmouters? Touch Rubin, then I might have to drop by Big Vlad's one more time just to say I talked to all the people and they're all going to leave Artemi alone. And then Big Vlad will say, okay, I'll stop hiding the butchers. And then I'll tell Aspity, but she already knows everything. So she's probably just going to be like, yep, I already told them to do the thing. And her like snide I'm better than you attitude, which is fine. She might be. Frog noises. This is not Rubin. That is Vlad the Younger.
It'll take them a long time to find me here.
Okay, he doesn't seem to care about me telling him to back off, but I can't ask him if he has any antibiotics. Oh, he doesn't have any. Rumor is that the old Gimskis have organized a distribution of medicine among a few of the more important townspeople. I had to stay here in hiding, so I did not get any of that, but some of the people you've come to know here will be only too happy to help. I mean, that's good to know. Who would Big Vlad give drugs to? Let's go to Big Vlad next. Maybe I can ask him. Like, would he care about Laura's shelter? I know Saburov likes Yulia a bit. He recommended her to me. And so Vlad probably doesn't care for her because he hates Saburov for taking power. God, we're walking by his house, and I'm reminded that I have a side quest to find a child who's going to poison themselves. I've just wasted like 2 hours running around town.
Swine. Beasts. I shouldn't have indulged their whims.
Hey, I need a detailed report on the pharmaceutical drugs we have. You're distributing protective and preventative drugs daily among the townsfolk, even the antibiotics. Okay, no, that's fine. Yep, I'm giving you the credit you deserve. The Canes also given out everything they had, though they had less than me. It's easier to give things out when you're poor as a church mouse. It's your duty. More than once I have heard you being called a ruler. The title implies certain obligations. If I flatter him, maybe he will comply. Doesn't care. Okay. I guess I go to Aspity now? Aspity, did you send the butchers? Where did you send them? Right, I think. I feel like I not only did a whole bunch of running around, but a lot of it was a giant waste of time. Also, I didn't get any face masks or robes or anything. So, might just have to go with our elite gamer skills. Your drugstore, do you have any antibiotics or something? Maybe? Okay, that will help me if I am infected. The alpha tablets are very bad for me. Okay, none of this is really helpful. There's gotta be an easier way into Aspidy's place. What? Epidemic, written on my recommendation, sent for approval to the address to the townspeople. Attention all citizens, following the outbreak of a lethal disease commonly known as sand plague, sand pest, and sand dirt, the town authorities hereby declare a state of emergency. The disease is extremely contagious. There's still ongoing research as to how the disease is transmitted, but cases of contact and droplet infection have been confirmed. There are currently no vaccine solutions in the town, and none are to be expected before the regular train arrives. Please be extra careful. The townspeople are forbidden to leave their homes unless under special instruction. Possibility of infection is much lower for those who stay indoors. Citizens are advised to sterilize their household wares, boil their clothing, and exterminate as many vermin as possible. Do not panic! Medics, couriers, and executors will take care of mail delivery, as well as the distribution of drinking water, provisions, and medicine. Requests should be written down and slid under the door for couriers to collect. This address was composed on the instructions of Bachelor Dankovsky and ratified by the State of Emergency Town Governor Alexander Saburov. It is compulsory to follow every advice herein. I'm sure. Yeah, that sounds great. Just waiting for my approval on it, I guess? Okay. Looks good, Rubin. Oh, wait, clothing store, wait. You got boots. Repellent ankle boots. No protection against rat bites, but infected surface. 4,000. Do I have anything you want? Not particularly. Gold rings are worth a fair amount. I can give a bunch of my Miradorm. Maybe. I probably don't need 7. Okay. There. Gloves and boots. I'm gonna count that as a win. I would like it if I had protection from rats. Rats seem like a real threat, but you know. Am I there yet? No, God. Jesus, Aspidy. I wonder if the town changes for different characters, and that's part of what makes you like different people. Like, if you rearrange the fences, Aspidy's real easy to get to, and, like, the canes are a pain in the butt to get to. And so if you're playing someone who cares more about Aspidy and less about the canes, like, you know... I just got another letter. Okay, hold up.
Is it really that deadly? Yes, it is.
Big Vlad agrees. He swore that from this point on, not a single runaway in the town would be killed on his orders. Proof. It's already done. The orders have been issued for Saburov's patrolmen and the Ilginski's men, sealed and delivered. Okay, she accepts that. I'll send 3 butchers to the infected Skinner's district. They'll be waiting for you there. If they manage to find a dead body, cut it and survive to see you, that is. Follow them in an hour. They may die before you reach them, so waste no time. It would make sense for me to go with them straight away then, wouldn't it? Only the Shabnak cut the dead open. And does it even matter whose hand holds the knife? What matters is who's given out the order. Do you think people won't realize who's violating the dead if you simply keep quiet and stand to the side? Strongly advise you to conduct reconnaissance before you go to the infected district. Prepare for the field trip well. Rumor has it the place leaves you less chances than a mincing machine would. The patrolmen guarding the infected houses have already consumed half the confiscated drugs. Thank you, Aspity. Okay. Confidential notation written on your recommendation sent for approval. An annotation for patrolmen, couriers, executors, and sanitary personnel. In order to prevent panic, I don't know that the last letter is going to help with that, but fine. This annotation is classified and its content should be under no circumstances disclosed to the civilian population. The disease is incurable. There is no vaccine, neither here nor in the capital. However, there are a few positive facts. 1. The probability of contracting the disease is significantly lower for someone who has taken immune system stimulants. As of now, we believe that A pills and B pills, which are yellow and blue, provide the best protective effect. Excessive doses of these medicaments may be detrimental to one's health. Additional protection is afforded by synthetic clothing. Woolen garments are strictly off limits. Clothing should be changed as often as possible. The disease develops sporadically. At its initial stage, it does not progress in any significant way, especially if antibiotics are taken. However, if contact with the infection reoccurs, the development of the disease becomes extremely rapid. 4. This disease is not transmitted by means of droplet infection. As of now, we've yet to find out how it is contracted. Preliminary tests suggest that the disease is not contagious at early stages. Therefore, there is no need to isolate the sick person immediately after the appearance of the symptoms. I don't know why you would say that. Executors, in consideration of your particular line of work, we believe that you will not be able to avoid infection. If you contracted the disease, do not give in to despair. It would have happened sooner or later anyway. Try your best to conserve the infection at its initial stage. Take antibiotic medicine. Consider using the schmouters. They are extremely dangerous, but they help curb the infection. I think I don't approve of this letter. Because this will go to the civilian population. That is going to happen. Like, patrolmen, couriers, executors, and sanitary personnel have spouses and children. You're talking a good chunk of the population here are going to know. This is just going to cause panic. Don't tell people not to isolate and that there is nothing they can do. That's just how you get doomsday cults. I disagree with that one, Rubin. She told me to wait an hour to follow the butchers, so I'm going to head to Rubin first and see if I can give him my feelings on the letters. Because I do have feelings. And then we'll head over to the infected district, look for the kid with the schmouters that will definitely kill him, and try to find the butchers, and hopefully one of them has a workable blood sample for me. I feel like I have just a grand slam triple stack of shit to do. And it's a lot of back and forth. And I'm doing like a whole lot of preparing. Just a whole lot of preparing. And not a lot of doing. This is why I wanted the quest 4 hours earlier. I wish I talked to Capella real early, and not that I would have done anything about that quest right away anyway. You just got more alpha tablets. I wonder if the beta tablets are better. They'd be different. I don't know anything about the difference between them. Probably important. Rubin! Are you trying to kill everybody? We're not doing so well on that panic attack, are we?
I'm on my last legs. I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, that I can tell. Okay, I can't tell him anything about the letters. I suppose I don't have a quest related to them, but I thought I'd check. Okay. On our way to the infected district at Sticky's house. I was going to say, this was the silent house. This is where we found our first infected. This is not marked. That's interesting. Peter Stomatton's studio is in the infected district, so that's probably not good. He's one of my bound. Maybe I should check in on him, too. Found some nuts. Nice. Go all the way up. Okay, I gotta go in here. We'll stop by Yulia's on our way to the infected district. Maybe she'll have antibiotics she wants to give me. You think Sticky knows where Loafer is? Sticky is also in the infected district, and he's not one of my bound, but he seems useful, so maybe we check in on him too. It's 5 o'clock. We're walking by another clothing store. More boots. Got those already, thank you. Hey, Yulia. Any help? Clocks?
I'm afraid I'm of little use now.
Okay. Thanks. Yulia cannot help. She has a headache. But she didn't mention anything about a fever. We know a fever is definitely a symptom, not just headaches. Alright, I guess we are going into the infected district with imprecise directions. We just have to search. Okay, so this marker, this quarantine marker, that is an infected person. Yep, I've got emergency powers. Keep in mind they are all crazed, mad, and insane in here. Possessed. If they attack you, go ahead and run anywhere, but do not kill them. We'll have to intervene and beat you within an inch of your life, for they are innocent and in pain. So they're going to attack me, but not you. How does that work? Okay. So the infected people don't go to the cops because the cops will only cause them harm, but they might come to me because I'm a doctor. Okay, the patrolmen have antibiotics. Yep. Okay. Peter. Peter, you good? You good in here? Looks okay on the inside.
Have you heard, old boy? Vlad's henchmen have found the runaways' hideout. They've been sent back to the termitary.
Daniel, do you know how Katerina sleeps? There's an ancient skin of a steppe aurochs stretched above the floor at the Rod cellar. The bedhead is indeed a head, a huge mummified head hanging onto the floor, its horns scratching the walls. This is where Saburova slugs, while rats scurry across the skin like a living carpet. I didn't need to know any of this. She's got a freaky bed. What's your point? I'm surprised Daniel's reaction is basically mine. I will not tolerate you speaking of a lady in this tone, and neither will I join this conversation. The tone doesn't matter. Every night she lulls herself to sleep with her ear pressed into the dead brain of a steppe person, but rats keep whispering lies in her second ear. Poor thing believes her prophetic dreams to be the voice of the steppe, but it's the voice of the earth. Rats are entangling her in a web of rat lies, and it is us who get the short end of the stick. Okay, whatever nonsense he's on, he's right. People don't trust Katerina as a mistress. That I've heard. People don't think her prophecies are correct. And this does bother her. Hello, Raven! Thank you for those 3 months on Prime. Hecubus, how you doing? I'm slowly losing my mind. Things are very dangerous here. What has Katerina done to make you hate her so much? How did she displease you? Taco Tuesday, nice. We had tacos for lunch. I didn't even think about it. We got tacos for lunch. It's not like I care all that much, but it hurts. The world that until recently was sucking on the steppes vapors, nurtured with its humors, is lost now, and that loss is cutting at my heart with a knife. It was still alive a mere couple years ago. I have witnessed the agony of its grandeur. This is one of the most important characters to me, Hecubus. This is one of my bound. This is the architect of the polyhedron and other impossible structures. One of my friends from college, and if he gets sick, I will get the bad ending. He looks like this because he's an alcoholic. He's also a sad artist, so. The wheel of history has already crushed many things that were worth saving. Okay. He's sad because the world is changing. He doesn't like it. I am getting hungry. But he is safe, even though he is in an infected district. I'm going to do a proper save. So, Raven, Hecubus, this is the neighborhood I'm in. I've got 2 quests here. First, there's a child who's collected some ground-up antibiotics that will almost certainly kill them if they take it, but it could be useful to me. Yep, it's infected. The plague is everywhere. You'll see it in a moment. I have a quest to find that kid. I have no idea where he is, except he's here. And get the drugs from him before he kills himself. That's my side quest. My main quest is I had some butchers sent here because I need a blood sample of a dead plague victim. And apparently, if you cut open a body in this town and you're not one of the special shaman medicine people that have the ancestral right to cut bodies, people will beat you to death in the street. So I've asked some other people to do that for me. I'm going to try to meet with them to collect a blood sample so we can work on a cure. So this is what an infected district looks like. I do think I want to check Sticky. He might know where the kid is. Okay, okay. Oh god. Shit. That's why we saved. Not today, not like this. Yep. What happened right there, I was hit by a cloud of the plague and caught the plague. So we are loading. Not today. Sticky, you good? That's your house, right? Shit. Jesus. It's terrifying. Sticky, you good? Okay, the house is not infected on the inside. Okay. Sticky?
Yep.
Okay. I was hoping you would know where the other kid is. Fine. Yep. I am hungry and tired at the moment. I have food. I don't really have time to sleep, though. Okay. I was told one of the houses near this one is where I'd find the kid. Might actually just be in that one. Yo. Loafer? This is the kid! Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Victoria told me you were here. Capella knows I'm here? God, look, could you tell her I didn't go anywhere and you just randomly bumped into me here? Better still, not here, but over there, by the river? Okay, leave it once, give me the schmouter. I've been told that this is the place where this, you know, sort of tongue comes out of the ground. A tongue made of dirty lumps, like made of thick air. You're standing at that exact spot, sir. Give me the box. The kid has a fever. That profile pic is because he is not a main character. Yeah. So, okay, what he's trying to do, the kids have these ground up antibiotics. And he is trying to get sick to test that the Schmouder cures the plague. He is lying to me that he has a fever. Run back to your crowd and tell them I've banned the test since Schmouders are deadly rather than curative. I will testify that you stood your ground until the very end. Oh, yeah. Give me the box already. I don't like the prospect of you poisoning yourself. Okay. So standing there talking to... Oh, God. Standing there talking to him made me catch the plague. Yep, that's what he said. Standing there, you will definitely catch it, and that's where I was standing. So he gave me a Schmouder, and now I have the plague. Okay, since that was a result of a quest, I'm not gonna load. Yes, we made it most of the way through day 3. There's a chance I'll get infected again looking for my butchers, because they're in this district. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just let myself be sick while I get the butchers, and when I get out, I'm going to take the Schmouder myself. Raven, as far as cures go, the Schmouders are the only thing that work we know so far, but because it's random pills some kid 15 years ago ground up, and that kid doesn't live here anymore, we cannot recreate them. So, I will test the Schmouder on myself. Yep, Schmouder. Schmouder. I don't like what it's doing to... me being sick is messing with my cursor and things. But I will test it on myself after dealing with the butchers. Okay. So you will notice, now that I am infected, as time goes on, my infection is going to go up. And while I am infected, my health will slowly go down. There's a bunch of patrolmen standing around. Okay. Who are they? Butchers. Why did you kill them? For sacrilege. Aren't butchers allowed to dissect bodies? Bull carcasses, yes. That's kind of self-explanatory, no, good sir? Since when are they allowed to cut people's bodies for entertainment, though? Or do they know the lines? Whose entertainment? Beast carved him up and wrapped him up, preparing him for something. Been waiting for the Ripper. He's still at large. Is him that killed old Burrock. Ain't gone nowhere, ain't fooling anyone. And it was for him the butcher did it, no question about it. No, he did it for me. Because I need a sample. What makes you think so? Just waiting for him. Good thing we were there to dissuade him, but in a different neighborhood, another butcher like that slipped away. I just got the report. I'd love to give the beast a good thrashing, and I'm whoever's paying him. Shame I can't leave my post. Yeah, I can't tell these people that I'm the one who told him. What happened to the body? Where's the body? Okay. Okay, so that's one of my butchers. There should be 2 more butchers. I just gotta find them. Thank you for that bit, Hecubus. I appreciate it. Importantly, my infection meter, like I said, is going to go up over time, and the higher it goes, the more it's going to affect me and hurt me. But if I get touched by a plague cloud or an infected person, or you're just standing here, right? You don't have anything? You got meat. Dried meat. On the cheap. Yo, let me... Oh, no, it's not 5 coins. Okay, well, you can have 5 razors. I don't have 5 razors. Never mind. Raven, those pancakes are creepy. I don't know where you got those, but those are creepy. Just rocks. Oh. This is a sick person. In pain. I can give him some of my Miradorm to reduce his pain so he can die in peace. I mean, what I need, Propane Panda, is a tissue sample. That's what I need. Anything up here by the termitary? I mean, unlikely, but... That's another sick person, isn't it? Yep. Okay. Okay, we're learning. We're learning. You guys useful at all? No? Okay. I'm literally roaming the streets, hoping to find someone who successfully cut a body for me. I'm looking for somebody standing over a dead body that they got a tissue sample from. And the longer I'm doing this, the more dead I am. Okay, that's 2 dead butchers. Frick. Interesting. It's the Severovs. That's the one I just looked at. This is back outside the district again. Down in here, probably. Thank you, Propane Panda, for that gift sub to Hecubus. I'm nervous, Anarsti. I'm nervous, is what's happening. There's the bone steak. That's my last butcher, isn't it? That villain, to chop up a lad like that, he must know his trade well. Dressing carcass and the likes. Look over there, they're carrying the body with all the cuttings. Oh good, okay, body. Okay, they're taking it to the cemetery to prepare for burial. Why wasn't the body returned to the family? Ain't got no family. It's only Grace to give them solace now. Okay. Alright, cemetery. I'm wobbling. I'm sick and wobbling. How do I get out of here? Okay, cemetery. Oh, Grace was literal. Okay, fine. Grace is a person. Alright, I'm no longer in the infected district. Okay, so the one nice thing the game does for you is that even though I am infected with the plague, I am not contagious to anyone else. But since I'm looking to pick up a tissue sample, hopefully infected with the plague, still not taking that schmouter. Not till I get this delivery done. Don't believe I have any more morphine. I sold my morphine, but Miradorm should be able to heal me too. So, Schmouter, some bandages. Okay, that's the wall for the cemetery. Where's the way in? There's the way in. Somewhere between the Schmouter, the Miradorm, and food and sleeping, I will get better. That's probably done, but I'm curious. Hello? Her name is Grace?
What?
It's hard. Not only do they need to be fed, but talked to as well. I need to find the words of comfort for them. Only then will they repay us with tenderness and joy. But now they're all anxious. Every single one of them is mumbling something. That's why I look so tired. You hear the dead? You are the caretaker since your father died. Sorry to hear that. Are you talking about the souls of the dead? Of the dead themselves. Do not assume that people die forever. Not everyone does. Some people live underground and only die out for the lack of care. You have to always knock from the sides that they don't fade away. Yep, let me examine your pupils and your pulse. Do you take any drugs? No, it's Twire the herb. I mean, yeah. We sleep in the very heart of the steppe, you know? I'm all green because of it. It's high time for it at the moment. Can you hear how the air is toiling? That's Twire.
Is the disease really this contagious?
Don't touch the dead, okay? I just came to check on you. Okay. Very protective of the dead. Okay, Raven. Have a good one. Heck you best, both of you. See ya. Hey, can I have that? Anything I can help you with, good sir? Was this the body brought from an infected district? Yes, we're preparing it for the burial. What's in it for you? I need it for my work. Ain't that right? Well, doctor's work is vital work, all right. It's not like you're body snatching for fun, right? You're working in the interest of the public. Yeah, okay, spot on. Uh-huh. 10,000 money and it's yours. That's like all of my money. He's just extorting me. Because he knows they could beat me to death and tell everyone I was desecrating a corpse. I should have quick saved before this conversation. You know what? Deal. I'm not going to argue. The last time I tried arguing with patrolmen, they beat me to death. Deal. Corpse blood. It's got to be analyzed through the current conditions. Make any thorough analysis impossible. There's a high chance it contains a sample of a harmful microorganism. $10,000. Yep, sample acquired. Just cost all my money for 3 patrolmen. Like, that'll buy them 4 dried fish. 4 loaves of bread. Just so that they won't beat me to death for a cultural taboo. Do I even bother telling Aspity that her butchers are dead? Probably not, right? I guess I gotta take it back to Rubin. Frick, my infection is spreading. It's a weird part of town. I need a way in, please. And a way across the water, which is gonna be up this way. Oh god, my health is low. My health. Okay. Please. Hold it together. Hold it together. Rubin. Got the sample from dead tissue. God, that chime. 8 o'clock. It's officially night.
The grip of the manhunt is tightening.
Alright, the operation's been a success. Yeah. Let's not talk about it. Depends on the result. The microscope is at your service, colleague. May be the first to make the discovery. Very kind. Whoop. Okay, it seems like slightly out of focus. But I don't know what I'm looking at.
I'm on my last legs. I can't take it anymore.
What did you see? Everything's dead. The dead tissue would not allow the microbial culture to survive. We might have tried to force the bacteria to reproduce. Problem is there's no bacteria left. The culture has perished. This is bad. Quite the opposite. We've discovered allows us to suggest that sandpest does not linger in dead bodies. As soon as it kills an infected person, it leaves. It needs warm blood, rich in oxygen, to survive. How do I think the bacterium kills? It causes a massive contamination in the blood. Doing so, it overloads the cardiac muscle. In all likelihood, the infected suffer a stroke. That's something we didn't know before. So in order to acquire the potent living microbial culture, we will have to get our hands on a still beating heart. This is borderline absurd. We can start to research your vaccine, though. Don't you have that unique source of yours you talked about? I do. All right, in any case, our work must no longer be delayed, not after the new hope today has brought. What does this mean? It suggests that something as simple as house walls might provide a certain level of protection. Secondly, that the killer's life cycle is very short. Therefore, there is a natural restriction on how fast the disease can spread. As soon as the infection kills whoever it carries, it dies. Yes, literally. If everybody just stayed put for 2 days, the people who are currently sick would die, and then nobody else would get sick. This means the disease can be fought? Yes, there is hope. Although the enemy is invisible and ubiquitous, it is far from invulnerable. We have found at least one weakness. Okay, finished main quest. Full isolation will be essential. Mere walls, perhaps, may offer some kind of protection, glass walls in particular. Cool. Main quest done. I mean, my side quest is to take a schmouter and not die. That's my side quest. Let's just do that now. Alright. No more infection. Health 0. Exhaustion and hunger very high. Let's go eat and sleep. Okay, yeah. We'll take Mirror Dorm and go to sleep. I should talk to Capella. Let her know I found the kid. That quest isn't marked as complete yet. Maybe she'll have something for me. What is that light? What's the street lights? Okay. I just really got to be careful with muggers right now. Capella is this way. Capella, found the kid. Took his schmouter. Then I took his schmouter. And I am okay. Please don't tell the kids that it works. Give me that mirror dorm. I'm gonna need that. Thanks, kid. Did that actually trade? That did not. Thank you. Freaking God, I'm so bad.
Do you know anything about the disease?
I found the boy. Is everything all right with him? He's not sick, is he? He's not. He was lucky. I'll find the caches as soon as possible and retrieve the poison. Thank you. You seem to be planning to test them out yourself, or am I mistaken? I already have. Apparently the one I got was efficient. Next time you will not be so lucky. The schmouters are extremely detrimental to one's health, but they do eradicate the infection. Is this a mere coincidence, or did the children compound a cure? We will never find out. Oh, I was really hoping for like a reward or something. I don't really know what kind, but you know, something. Alright, so long as I don't get stabbed on my way to Ava Yan's place, I can eat and take Miradorm and go to sleep and be all better. That felt like a tutorial quest to explain the schmouters. The tutorial quest that took 99% of my health. I guess I got a bunch of bottles of water. Maybe I will trade with more drunks for more bandages and tourniquets over the next day. Ava, you good? Just checking.
My lacquer is cracking, see?
Cool. Alright, save. Food. Got crackers, milk, lemons. Lemons increase hunger. Well, that is not super helpful. Milk? Milk's better. Okay. Took Miradorm. Went to sleep. half health.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
I'm already hungry again. Alright, save game. Day 4. Evening letter from the powers that be, day 3. Insofar as the victory over the enemy is comparable to learning its nature, we see you as our champion as well as our scholar. We think it would be appropriate to inform you of the conditions of your victory. We hope you appreciate the fact that the disease is nothing more than an unfortunate coincidence. You should treat this as a basis for your research. If the outbreak is entirely accidental, as the lack of any outside influence on the town suggests, then it should be comparatively easy to handle. Avoid multiplying casualties, seek an answer in unorthodox methodologies. The cause of the outbreak is not of a fundamentally familiar nature, so you may need an adventure of sorts to remove it. Cool. Done. We did it. Day 3 over. On to day 4. We're going to call that the stream there. So... Thank you all for joining me. Be back next week for day 4. We know dead bodies don't carry the infection, and we died once. Yep, 3 whole days. That's 25% of the game. It's only 12 days, so 3 days done. Science happened. We're going to need a live specimen to get the tissue necessary to make a vaccine. But that shouldn't be a problem. There's lots of people getting infected all the time. Alright, that'll be it. Thank you all for joining me. You all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you next week. Bye.